Tonight on EA Sports, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Tigers taking on the Mexico City Diablos.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Mexico City Diablos and the Chicago Tigers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And he was certainly solid, maybe a little bit more last week in his NFL debut, threw a couple of touchdown passes and earned his first victory. Now, we all know it's not going to be easy from here, but at least now he's seen what it takes to win at this level.
Throwing to start the drive. Baldwin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now Scott, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Baldwin. And that is incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And now the first throw of the night is taken in, complete. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
A nice throw right there. And Charles, this just game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
On 1st and 10, Baldwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Myers throwing on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Myers.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. hands it off out of the gun.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Myers. Throw left side complete. That's Tucker.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Off play action. Myers. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here we go on 4th down. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Myers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got it. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furious.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And here's Myers to throw on second down.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Myers. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Baldwin. Got an open man. It's Scott. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
To throw is Myers. Off play action. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. An excellent gain, 35 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
48 yards on the ground for him so far.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Myers now from the gun on third down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They go again with Scott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Baldwin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off play action. Baldwin.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Taken down at the 30.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run on the draw. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Looking to throw. Myers. He rifles one that's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Scott.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Baldwin. He's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They go play action here on 1st down. Complete. Smith has it.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. To throw on 2nd down. Baldwin firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Baldwin. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Baldwin. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Scott. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Baldwin.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Baldwin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I can't imagine we'd see another throw here. 3rd and goal from the 1. Back to throw. Baldwin got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Tigers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Myers. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Trevor Lawrence, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. 30-15, they double them up for the final score. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. The Falcons bounce back from the opening week loss to even their record at 1-1. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Looking to throw. Myers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hess. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 4th down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Baldwin. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down.
Baldwin.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Scott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Baldwin. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Baldwin. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Myers. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now Myers on 1st down. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Myers looking to throw on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Ready, set. He's coming, he's coming. He can't hit. He's not going to get me.
Here's Myers on 1st and 10. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Hands it off out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Myers. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And they're
going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Myers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Myers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Looking to throw. Myers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
122 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
To throw is Myers. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Baldwin. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. An effective 10 yards there takes us back to first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
On first down, Baldwin. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Scott. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Baldwin. Open man, here's Foster. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Myers. He finds his man, complete. It's Tucker. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Myers now, off the play fake. And he'll just get rid of it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 23. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
On 1st and 10, Baldwin. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Baldwin. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Baldwin. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 2, 1:45 to play. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. Back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Pass complete, it's Scott.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it second down. He'll look to throw. Open man here is Scott, complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
No surprise, they try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone, get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And they will take a knee here.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for our visitors, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall to 1-1, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.